So to get other types of doors and stuff, right? So basically, Revit only preloads you, at least in the default template, it only preloads you with like one type of door, and that's a single flush door. There are no double doors, there aren't any sliding doors, there aren't any glass doors, anything like that. So I'll show you just two types of doors that I want you to load with me right now. And then also it'll give you a feel for how to add more elements into the model. So looking at this thing in plan view, we have closets here, right? So interior closet doors are not preloaded. When you go to architecture and you go to door, all you have is this single flush door. So in order to load a door, you can do two things, okay? And I want you to be very, very clear about this, so everybody needs to pay very close attention. There are category insert family or load family operations like this. So that means I've selected the door command and I click on load family. Okay, that's a category load family. That means when I click it there, I can only load doors. Even though when I click this, I can move or I can enter into any of these folders, it'll only allow me to load doors. So as a general position, what I kind of default to as a new user, when you don't really know, like, all right, I need to load like a clock. I don't know if it's specialty equipment or electronics, right? So I suggest escape out of the door command, go to the insert tab, and then go to load family. Okay, when you go to the insert tab and you load family, that's a universal family load function. So any of these folders you can load from that function. Is that clear? Yeah? Okay, so when I go to doors, you'll see that there are a bunch of types of doors, right? We have a single flush, which is right here, single flush panel, single panel, right? Those are kind of default doors that are preloaded. But we also have double flush, so if you have a double door, curtain wall doors, and then we also have, if you look in residential, we have some pocket doors. We have single panel doors, triple panel doors, right? So all different styles of doors. Garage doors, okay? So what I want you to load is a curtain wall door, and I want you to load a sliding door. So let's find that here. I thought it was under residential. I just saw it, I thought. All right, well, let's get the curtain wall door first. Make sure you get the single glass and then hit open. Yeah, curtain door, single glass. And then go back into load family, and we're going to find that sliding door. I just saw it, so it should be under residential. Ah, here it is. Double door interior, double sliding, 2-panel. And then hit OK. So,
in the door?
Yeah, indoors.
My scissor family is not of the correct category.
That's because, well, did you go to insert tab?
What was the name?
So basically what you encountered where it says the door you're loading is not of the correct category, that means that you're trying to load it through a category load function. So you activated a category, maybe windows or walls or something like that. Then you went to insert, and then
I did.
What was the name of it?
I did type, then load, and then doors, and then door, curtain, wall, single glass.
okay, well, I'll have to take a look at it. Okay, so guys, let me just close my thought here with you all before I troubleshoot with each of you that has an issue. So there are two types, I think, or two ways that it's going to prompt you to load something. It's either just going to load, like the curtain wall glass door that we installed, or it's going to give you a list. This list is basically all of that family's types that you can load. So just kind of expanding this a little bit, we have a 48 by 80, 60 by 80, 72, and then the same things but for 84. So I'm going to grab the 72 and 60 by 80, and then I'm going to grab the same thing for 84s. And if you hit Control, that'll allow you to select individual ones. and then hit OK. So that'll load all 4 of those types of that family. Is that clear?
84.
Yeah, I did 60 and 72 of both 80 and 84. All right, so then when you go to, actually, let me pause and get you all caught up, and then I'll show you installing those 2 doors. All right, continuing on, guys, real quick. Let's close our thoughts on this one. So the closet doors, right? When you go to the door command now, you'll see that those new doors. Well, one of those new doors is loaded. Okay, the door for the interior double sliding door is there. So if I grab a 72 by 80 inch door, I can put it in this wall, and it fits. You know, it's actually a little too small. So I need to modify that and make it bigger. I'm just going to do that real quick. So let me just kind of change it to like 144. Width 144 inches. It's probably going to be way too big, but yeah, it's too big. But anyway, you get the idea, right? You can adjust the size there. So the other door, and I need everybody to pay attention. The other door is actually a curtain wall door. So that one exists in a little bit of a different sort of plane, I guess, so to speak. Let me find an example of it here in plan. We have one down here. Okay, so actually it's a double door, but I'll just model it as a single door for now. And oh, there's one right here. So I'm just going to do a quick version of this. It's basically just a curtain wall with a door in it. So down here on the first floor, open up the first floor. The curtain wall, this is my entry here, so I'm going to just do a quick curtain wall. Something like this. I'm going to cut that curtain wall out, like that. And I'm just going to quickly look at it here in 3D. So let me change the height of this thing to be 7 feet for now, just so you can see like a quick mock-up of this. I'll put it over here so you can see it a little better. So basically, like, what I need to do for this thing is I need to create where my door is going to be placed. So if I want it to be 3 feet wide, I need to create a grid cut there. It'll probably have to go a little further out. I'll talk about that in a sec. But and there might actually be some horizontals and stuff associated with that too. I haven't looked at it in elevation yet, but I imagine there's probably like a top height, bottom height thing or something like that, whatever it looks like. So we need to create mullions. All grid lines. So something like this is like, you might see this, and this is more commercial than it is residential, but we need to remove the segments that are going to be where our door goes. So I'm going to select the grid here, and I'm going to remove that segment, delete element. Then I'm going to do the same thing here, and I'm going to say remove that segment, delete element. And then what you need to know about the doors is that the doors are actually panels. So curtain wall and storefront is actually a system family. It has a panel, it has mullions, it has grid lines, and they all are sort of hard-coded to work a certain way. So these panels, if you tab, you can select the glazing panel of that curtain wall. That glazing panel is actually a family in and of itself, and you can change it from the system panel, which is just glazing, to a curtain wall door panel, and that's what you see here. So that's how you get a curtain wall door family into a curtain wall. You think it's a little convoluted, don't you?
I don't know why you did that. Why? I'm sorry, I don't really know.
I love it. It's gonna look like,
I appreciate the yeah. So and then last thing I just did here, guys, this little bottom mullion still exists. You need to delete it, because otherwise you've got like a 2-inch transition, and that's not allowed by most codes. In commercial, anyway. You can do whatever you want in residential, mostly. So if you want to trip over your front door on the way in, go ahead.
Actually, isn't that a better barrier? Like, so you don't get stuck walking under the door?
Kind of. Theoretically, yeah, but the hazard of tripping is worse.
Watch where you're going.
Well, I mean, if you think of it this, it's not really a hazard because this stuff down here, like you're gonna have like a sweep on your door or something that generally locks, most transfer of debris. But then at the same time, your patio or front whatever material is always going to slope away from your building. So if it's raining, it's not gonna drain into your door. It's going to drain away from your door. Yeah.
Although I generally I haven't noticed that. Maybe it's just there, but I've never noticed it. That slight slope they're talking about,
Yeah. The slight slope in front of a door.
like near any
Yeah.
exterior entry.
Yeah. 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 Totally. There are code requirements for that. So. Okay. So that is custom doors and custom families. Okay, so what you guys are going to do for the remainder of today, and before we get into class on Thursday, is populate the model with proper doors and windows. And if there's something super custom, I haven't looked through the whole plan, but if there's something you just don't know how to do, just don't worry about it and ask me and I'll show you on Thursday. All right, questions? Yes.
So for next week, you want us to turn in some kind of drawings? Or sorry, that was for Thursday?
Yeah, for Thursday, I want you to turn in your schematic floor plan drawings. So,
Okay.
yeah, but it doesn't have to be fully developed. So if you have them ready now, you can turn them in now. Okay. All right.